Play the game on a 4th down, ran for a 30-yard touchdown. I think it's going to be more of the same today.
On 1st down, they hand it off. C.J. Verdell slices through.
These guys have played a lot of football and will not be intimidated by this atmosphere.
1st down and 10, and this is Brown running the football, picks up big yardage.
To catch some big plays today.
2nd down and 1. Verdell goes in motion out of the backfield. They swing it out to him. He has it. He has a 1st down, even more. Gets out of bounds.
And then they're attacking a different part of the defense.
Here's Brown to throw it. Looks far side, incomplete.
And speed to the power of what Cristobal cut his teeth on. First at Miami and then as an assistant in Alabama.
On 2nd down and 10 over the middle, and that's incomplete. 3rd and 10 at the 42. Brown looking, checks it down. Verdell, nothing doing. Ronnie Hickman there. 1st down for Oregon at their own 1. And they give it to Dye, who plows ahead, and he'll give him a little room.
Of the defense.
2nd down and 6 at the 5-yard line. Oregon staying on the ground. This is Dye once again. Anthony Brown out of the shotgun. Brown to throw it. With time, delivers and caught. 1st and 10 at the 32. After the 19-yard gain, Brown. Quick strike this time. And it's caught. Dye.
For Trace McSorley, Saquon Barkley had a couple of great matchups against these Buckeyes.
1st and 10 at the 42. And it's Dye, runs into a wall. Guess what?
Tui Moloau at the top of the screen. They think he is an absolute beast.
C.J. Verdell back in at running back. Anthony Brown all day to throw the ball. Winds up, delivers, incomplete. Brown checks down with Verdell. Verdell high stepping, picks up a 1st down. 1st down and 10 at the Ohio State 39. Verdell breaks it up with room. 2nd down and 3 at the 32 for Brown and the Ducks. And Brown wants to run it with a lane. Brown breaks it inside and goes down.
But boy, he is very good on the outside.
1st and 10 at the 14. And they'll hand it off. Verdell, touchdown, Ducks! For Anthony Brown and the Ducks. Brown to throw it out of his own end zone. Cox throws deep. And incomplete. In the game is the pistol. Dye. Nowhere. Goes backwards. Brown to throw it. Delivers over the middle and is caught. 1st down, Oregon. Trips at the bottom of your screen. Brown sprinting out. Tucks it. And goes out of bounds. 2nd down and 7 to the 22. C.J. Verdell back in the game. And they'll give it to him. And he's hit as he crosses. Brown in the gun. Brown underneath and incomplete. No flags on the play. 1st and 10 at the 35 for Anthony Brown. Brown to the sideline, out of bounds. Nice grab.
Mixing up the blitz look to try to get some pressure.
On 1st down, Verdell, and he'll lose yardage on the play.
Those guys have a lot of work in front of them, don't they?
2nd down and 10, doing a great job. Brown on the move. What a throw and an even better catch.
Verdell's got a great matchup here into the short side of the field.
And Verdell cuts it inside, and he'll get to the 15. It's 3rd and 2 at the 15. Verdell in the pistol. Verdell. And he gets close. I don't think he has it. And they'll give it. Verdell. Touchdown, Oregon again. 39 and a 7-point lead. Here's Brown. And incomplete. 2nd down and 10. And they run it. Dye lowers his shoulder. Brown steps up in the pocket. In trouble. Moves the ball to his left hand. And will be knocked out of play close to midfield. 1st down to the 49 for the Ducks. Brown. They're out of timeouts. Winds up down the field and incomplete. Brown over the middle this time, and he has his man.
So now inside a minute 30, they're moving with some urgency.
First down at the 36. Brown to throw it again. And incomplete. Second down and 10 at the 36. Play fake. Brown sets, looks, fires, and caught inside the 15.
Holding, 19 offense. 10 yards to the previous spot. Remains second down.
Second and 20 at the 46. No timeouts for Oregon. Brown looking, fires, sideline, and incomplete. And the handoff to Verdell. And he'll get to...
At Alabama, every day is a reckoning, and that's the way that he wanted to approach being a head coach at Oregon, and he's done that.
Let's see how his team fares as we start the second half on first down. The Ducks,
As you would think.
Mario speaks fluent Spanish. Second and 8 at the 18. Zach Harrison.
Pressure here.
C.J. Verdell in the backfield. They give it to him. Watch out. C.J. Verdell at midfield. High stepping. Can the Bucks catch him? Verdell still running. Touchdown, Oregon. Anthony Brown has been brilliant. Here's the option with the far side with a lane. Brown again. And Anthony Brown
Cracking back with a tight end or wide receiver.
quick strike to the far side, and this one is caught. Williams.
And it's a nice game for Oregon.
Second down and 1. Here's Dye. And Dye breaking tackles. Dye gets it inside the Ohio State 40.
Personal foul, face mask. Defense number 35. 15 yards from the end of the run. Automatic first down.
That's Tommy Eichenberg.
With Anthony Brown, it forces these linebackers out way wide in coverage.
First down and 10 at the 23. For Dell, who has 3 touchdowns in the backfield. Brown looking underneath, and he spreads it around. Jalen Redd with the catch.
And then what they're loving to do is just bring the wide receiver and try to crack on those linebackers.
From the 11, first down, play fake. Brown, back foot, and incomplete.
In the first half, couple of crackbacks. Nope, do something different.
Here's a quarterback draw. And Anthony Brown leans forward with all 6'3", 226 pounds. Travis Dye in the backfield. Dye to the corner, touchdown. If I'm even, I'm leaving. And that's what Travis Dye just did.
Oregon gets off the field. What a huge down for the Ducks.
And Oregon gets it at their own 8-yard line. Verdell. Tell you what, these DBs. 3 minutes remaining in the third quarter. This is Verdell. Anthony Brown. All day to throw, and he just puts it on the receiver.
And finds a completion for a first down.
Brown, 14 of 24, 181 yards and a touchdown. Flag on the play. Brown, sideline, incomplete.
Got him offside there.
Defense number 6 in the neutral zone at the snap. 5-yard penalty. First down.
This defense, they have not been able to get off the field much today.
Verdell. What you're seeing,
I mean, you look at the composite ranking of the talent on the roster. This Oregon team, their composite ranking is much higher than anybody Ohio State has played in the regular season in years.
second and 2 at the 35, and they'll get the first down.
This is the evidence right here.
The 38. Brown pulls it out, sets, delivers to the sideline, and incomplete.
So try to get pressure. They got to start emptying the bucket here against the Ducks.
Second down and 10 at the 38. Anthony Brown, short roll. Incomplete. Anthony Brown looking. And ball in the air. Incomplete. First down and 10 at the 26. Verdell. Zach Harrison. Anthony Brown steps up in the pocket, delivers a strike, and what a strike it was.
He's played a lot of football.
First down and 10 at the Ohio State 25. Verdell. Brown, quick strike, sideline. Oh. Third down and 6 at the 21. Brown gives it up. Verdell swings it out at the 14. Brown in the end zone, wide open, touchdown, Ducks. Wow! They hand it to him, and he goes down quickly.
Alone in the backfield.
Trips at the bottom of your screen. Brown looking, Brown over the middle, incomplete. And a flag.
False start offense. 5-yard penalty. Third down.
Third and 12. Anthony Brown looking. Brown incomplete. Anthony Brown runs it himself, and not a lot there. Brown deflected at the line of scrimmage, incomplete. Brown looking, fires, incomplete. Whoa! First down at the 35. Verdell. Anthony Brown running straight ahead. Zach Harrison. Brown dumps it off. First down, Oregon. DJ Johnson. Oregon, they're 2:05 away. Verdell leans forward, gets to the 45.
They have played a whale of a game.
Second and 7. Verdell again.
Back square in the middle of the playoff conversation.
Third down and 4. And it looks like a first down for Oregon.